All right, welcome back, everyone. Is your six covered? Appreciate you showing up. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Wait for everybody to get their notifications from the famous YouTube world. See how that goes. Tonight's going to be more fun than anything, I'm assuming. We'll see. There's no topics tonight because tonight is kind of a any questions count kind of deal. Let's have some fun, see where it goes, and hopefully it goes well. Just want to BS tonight, have some fun, and enjoy the fun night. Because if we can't enjoy it, we've already lost. We already lost. We got Mr. Seebeck is out there. He says the topic is it says what questions is the topic for tonight. So basically, if you got questions, put them out there. Let's have some fun. Stupid stuff. Favorite ice cream, whatever. We're gonna get crazy tonight because I got a whole bottle of sweet tea, and that should last a while because it is. I poured it a little strong tonight. It is it's a little sweet. So we'll see. Big country's in the house. I've been messing with the CCI quiets. See if I can shoot an NRL 22 match with them. Tim Rinks out there, Richard Elb. Welcome to the show. It sounds like some people are getting some notifications. I'm gonna do something stupid that I normally don't do tonight. And that is going to be putting a link out there for you that may want to jump on the panel for a few minutes, ask some dumb questions, and just have some fun. Kind of like, I can't remember what it's called, but like where you basically get like 5 minutes of like questions kind of thing. I can't think of what it's called, though. It's not hot mic. It's something like that. I can't remember. Bravado Racing. Guess I have to break out the 1022 to run. I ran that today with the 1022. Let's just say I didn't do very well. If it would have been a little bit faster, it would have been my bolt gun time. And my bolt gun time wasn't magically fast. And then the worst part was I didn't even paint the targets ahead of time. So I either need to do it again or, I don't know, just say, hey, I forgot to paint the targets, whatever. How important is it to have a 22 balance for shooting off barricades? Anthony, amazing question. I will say, at least personally, I think that a balanced rifle is a huge importance. Reason why is I know there's not much recoil with the 22, but it's nice when the bag, when it sits on that bag and it's balanced and you can you don't have to worry about it either being butt heavy. I really like a balanced rifle. Is that the cure-all fix for everybody? Probably not. But I know that I enjoy it a lot more. Shooting the 1022 today and being super lightweight and just shooting prone with a Harris bipod with rubber bottoms on wood that was kind of like a little slippery did not help out today. So I'd really prefer spikes pushing into something, so that was not a possibility today. But you could feel it kind of jump a little bit. So having a heavier rifle that is balanced is definitely going to help out at the end of the day if you can do it. Now, if you have to have, at least personally for me, I'm a smaller guy as far as muscle wise. If it's going to take me 28 pounds to balance my rifle, I would rather have it not balanced because moving in and out of ports a little easier and faster for me having a lighter rifle. My rifle is very, very balanced, but it's only 16 pounds. I try to write the weight of them now in the back of the stock. 16 pounds. So if I had to pick, I would not want a 26-pound rifle. I maybe wouldn't mind a 19-pound rifle if it would make it balanced. But if you're going to have to throw just basically huge chunks of weight on the front of this thing in order for it to get balanced where you like it, or maybe you're a really strong guy and it doesn't matter, then it won't matter. But it seemed to start slowing me down after I started putting a lot of the weight up front, I really had to like almost get up, reach forward enough so I could get it out. So that was just me though. Everybody's going to be a little different. But that is my answer for that one. CJ Johnson says Snipers Unknown Challenge registration is open. That's right. I saw Ortiz out there. Gamil Ortizzle is out in the house. He's out there. Let's see here. Let me jump back because you guys have been chatting it up in here. I like it. So we got Tim Rink, Richard L. Treefeller 22 from Australia. Joaquin Jack Nava, what's going on? Chris Beck. Nationals are out to 400 yards. I did not hear that. Wow. All right. Sean D. Smoking Cash, big country. I guess that's breakout 22. Okay, I'm catching up, everybody. Bravado Racing. Anthony, that's the good question. Let's see. We got Brian Supermag out there. Found some Mars matches where I live in New Jersey. What's the difference between Mars and 22 NRL? Or NRL 22? Basically, the format's the same. They're going to take the scores. So just think of it as you're shooting an NRL 22 match. And then Mars is going to go ahead and take those scores for theirs as well. Unless it says on there, because I read one that's up that way, where they're not going to run NRL stages. But more than likely it's not. So I would just guess that it's your normal stuff, NRL stuff, with the Mars. Oops. And unbumped the microphone. CJ Johnson, Snipers Unknown. Okay. Mr. Ortiz. All right. Well, I'm up to 80 pounds. Bench pressing now after 2 shoulder surgeries. I am making a comeback. Good job, Drew. Now can I get back to almost twice my weight? Get them rotator cuffs back in action, buddy. Let's see. WNC preppers out there. Hello. Darren Becker. Welcome, welcome. If anyone needs a cheap AR-15, Bear Creek Arsenal on sale, $349. What's up, DW? Let's see. Hit the thumbs up button, Joaquin says. Rick, are we going to see you at any of the Steel Safaris this year? Probably not. Probably not. There's so many matches coming up that I don't know. That'd be kind of fun, actually. But no, I'm going to say no for now, and then maybe I'm sure I'll yap about it if that's the case, if we end up doing it. Hey, Rick, I'll fire you another question. Do you ever clean your barrels for 22? If so, when do you clean it? I clean it like every 200 to 400 rounds. I clean it before the match, basically. You're going to hear a lot of old timers, and I was one of them, especially the old timer part, maybe, depending on how old you are. The 22s didn't need to be clean like your centerfire stuff does. I would say it's almost worse than the centerfire stuff, especially depending on if you have something that's coming up the ramp and is kind of peeling away a little bit of the bullet every time, like a Ruger 1022. Some of the stuff like the Remexes and the Voodoos, where it's basically putting that bullet in there nice and perfect. But no, I clean before every match basically, and then I condition it before the match, whether it's at when you're going to zero before the match. I'll make sure I put like 20 to 30 rounds through it, and then I'm good for the day. But no, I don't run around with dirty stuff. I mean, 3-gun matches we clean after that night. So if we shot all day, the shotgun, the rifle, and the pistol get cleaned. There's a reason why stuff is clean and does work better. Yes, a Glock will run a bazillion rounds till it just stops firing. And yes, and some of the ARs will do the same, and shotguns will do the same. The problem is you spend all this money, match fees, ammo, hotel, so on and so forth, and then you get there and you got this really shitty. You got a nice pistol that's all got 100 pounds of crap built up in it. It's like, what's the point? Are you really trying to do well, or are you just trying to have fun? No, so clean your rifles. I cleaned that 1022, tore it all down, cleaned it all, made sure everything was perfect, and then today went out and tried to shoot that challenge and sucked at it. So, but yeah, no, clean rifle is a happy rifle, basically, my opinion. Let's see here. Shaggy Rifleman designing a custom knife, Joaquin. Nice, Shaggy Rifleman. Let me guess what color it's going to be. Seafoam green. Big Country says, what center fire are you shooting this season? I am shooting the 6 Creedmoor made by Desert Precision Gunworks, formerly known as Skittles rifle, but now in an MPA BA comp. And now, since I drilled the holes in the back of the grip, and man, it is so much easier to clean rifles now. I tell you what, I tore down the Rimex 2 days ago, and having that thing done was so much faster, and so it made me smile so much easier, so much easier. I don't know why they don't design a way to just do that. Boom, boom. Fixed blade or folder. West Virginia. Wombat is a proud West Virginian. Love it. What's going on, Wombat? So what's the vote at a zapping me if I show up? Oh, yeah. No, they definitely want that. Yeah, Tree Feller is supposed to be headed out here. I'm going to pick him up at the airport on like the 20th of April. I think it's April, March, April. It's one of them. I think it's April. And then we're going to shoot one of Chris Simmons's match and then head up to Missouri for the Nationals for NRL 22. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's see. We got Abigail out there. Says, I'm pretty good, Joaquin. Filed taxes yesterday, tomorrow pick and leave. All right. Let's see. Any more questions? We got Ken Brown out there. Welcome to the show. Drilling a hole in the back of the grip. How does that help cleaning? Sorry, just joined late. No, it's actually a great question, Ken Brown. So, trying to figure out how I can show you without showing you. So, on an MPA chassis, basically you have the mag well to the handguard is all one piece, and then you have where the rear of the stock comes in with 2 screws, and then you have all the other junk for length of pull and cheek height and all that stuff. The problem is on the BA comp, depending on, like, I run 50 MOA in my base. So that means that I have the rear of my stock is flipped upside down. I have my cheek thing that's higher than normal. So that means I can't run a rod through. So if I pull the bolt out, all that crap is in the way. So I can either take the grip off and then undo the 2 screws from the top and the bottom, or drill the hole where the screw is that holds basically the back of the grip. Let me see if I can show you some of this without getting in trouble. This is where YouTube frowns. Right. What else is the grip at? Right there. You can see how I can get into the bottom of this is a hammer. See how I can get to that screw now? And you got to have the Allens that are angled, that have the side cuts in them. Like, the set like this that has the cuts in the side so you can come in from an angle. And you can save a lot of time. So these are the Craftsman ones. These actually are pretty cool because they come apart, and then it has a T handle, so you can put the right size in, and then you can turn it like you would if you had a T-set handle set. So that is that. Now I got to figure out how to put this back. Something like this. You know what? We're just going to deal with that later. But yeah, so now I only have to take those 2 screws off. I don't have to mess with the grip, or I don't have to undo the turns, and the ball detent comes out of the BA comp, and it's just a pain in the butt. So maybe they'll fix that later. It's going to be a stone-washed sea foam with black DLC hardware, but yeah, sea foam. Yep, Shaggy Rifleman, I had a feeling, I knew that was going to be the case. Mr. Seafoam. Let's see. It's only 2.5 hours, give or take a few minutes. Not sure what the heck. Oh, probably back to her house. 100% on the zap, tree feller. Yep, Joaquin is, he has spoken. We're going to zap the hell out of you when you show up. Are you looking to getting a Bison Tactical cheek riser for the MPA chassis? No, actually, I'm not. I've tried it, and it makes perfect sense. So basically, every time you get on the rifle, you'll know if you're in the spot that you're normally at because of the way the shape of it is. So your face basically fits in there and kind of indexes off your face, your cheek. So you have a good idea if you're, that you're in the right spot. So the idea is amazing. Actually, there's a person that is working on something very similar to that I think I'm going to be trying out soon. So we'll see how that works. Basically the same concept. It'll be a little different and a little smoother, but no, there's some huge benefits to it. So, nothing bad about it at all. Let's see. I was steady 85. Let's see. I'm not so proud, Ohioan. Is that how you say that? Luckily, I made it out there to North Carolina, much nicer and safer here. 50 MA is what I have, and I can't really get low enough for a 50-yard zero, so I have to hold under inside of 100. Yeah, some of that will dictate on what scope you have and how much elevation you have in it, or that it has in it. And then, but I've heard people with Athlons works just fine. Like, I don't know what scope you're running. Tube size does matter. If you're running a 34, I know the Gen 2 worked fine. The Gen 3 razors are working fine. So I know those work. Most people run 40 MOAs. I can dial out to 500 yards and not have to hold over. So, like, where were we at? We were at a different cornfield, the one that we did the challenge in, and I think it was 28 something with the temperatures at the time. And yeah, I didn't have to hold over at all. Let's see here. Creator Q. I'll post a link, but I think it will not be visible in the chat. You might be able to see it next to the post for me. Why don't you order a folder? Let's see. Ken Brown says makes sense. Yeah, Ken Brown, if you're cleaning your rifles is a lot. I shoot a lot of 22 stuff more than anything, but being able just to take those 2 screws off real quick, which is very simple, and then go ahead and basically put the bore guide in it and then start punching it and get it clean, makes it so much easier. It makes it, I don't know, it seemed like twice as fast. So that was a bonus. Let's see, Abigail, Bear Creek Arsenal. Run my MPA stock just like you described yours. Smoking Cash. Yeah, I love those things. Matt Pierce brought over my Matrix chassis, and I was like super close to actually just cutting the entire weight of the rear end off. Love the grip. All that weight in the back's not working for it's too much weight in the back for a 22, so that is not working. Let's see, I'm super reporting how thick. Come on, tree feller. Let's see. Do you run 50 MOA rail for your 22? Yeah, Gamma Mill, I do. Ortiz, I do run 50. Basically, I'm running 30 plus 20. So I'm running a spur. I'm running a cantilever, actually, because there's a few reasons why I've been doing this. One is I'm getting the scope more forward. In turn, I'm able to get to the Allen head easier in the long configuration of an Allen. Basically coming in like this after you get the the nut loosened up or the bolt, and then I could run it tall ways. And there's a few other reasons, but that's what I'm doing, and it's kind of just what I do. So on that one, Skittles has the same spur mount, so everything I can get in from the top to clean the rifle as well. Let's see here. DW. It's got a bunch of ARs. People's convoy is now leaving. Oh, wow. All right, Isyour6 covered. I'm using an ARC and EP5, and it bottoms out just barely high at 50 yards. So I'm only holding an inch or two under, but I'm not worried about it. 90% of my shooting is from 200 yards and out. Got it, Josh. Check the zero stop too. Make sure it'll go all the way down, then add it. And you might be able to dial it all the way down. What training / practice regimen would you recommend doing for NRL 22? I'm fairly new to the sport, but have been trying to shoot off barricades and going to the range as much as possible so I can catch up. Great questions, Anthony. I would say the bonus is you're shooting NRL 22. What's nice about that is you already have the stages pre-designed or for that month, at least 5 of them. So you can take those 5 stages and really hammer into it. So if it says, you need a ladder, you bring, where the hell's the ladder at? You bring a ladder. It says you need a bucket, you bring a bucket, and you practice and practice. The biggest thing is like you probably hear a lot of people say, if you're practicing bad, you're cheating yourself. You're not helping anybody. You're definitely not helping yourself. So make every round count, because ammo is not cheap. Have a reason for what you're trying to accomplish. Whether you're shooting to get data. I think a lot of people don't understand that part of it. It's very important to know where your bullet's going to hit at 180 yards. And a lot of people will practice, or they'll write all the data down, and then they either don't ever put it into a Kestrel if they have one, or check it against stray lock, or change muzzle velocities in order for that to be at the right distance, or depending on how far out you're shooting, say you need to DSF because your round's shooting 4/10 low or 6/10 high or whatever the case is. But the information needs to be at that time with the weather and the environment. And if you're going to go back home and try to do it, you may not be putting as perfect information in there as you should or could. But yeah, practicing barricades is very important. Getting a stable position is the most important thing. That was one of the things that I really tried to hammer on was bags. If you can use bags, unless the stage says you can't use a certain bag, those Armageddon big ass bags are called. I use that thing almost for everything now. I basically, unless I'm shooting prone, I more than likely have that bag on me. These trainers, you can shoot these indoor dry fire training systems is what they're called, indoor dry fire training systems. You put these lens caps, you put these basically these lenses on your scope, which in turn takes away the magnification. So you can shoot basically a PRS match, NRL match in your house. So there's a lens in here, and what that does is you don't see any difference. But when I run this with my magnified optic, so if you put this in the front of your scope, somehow it magically makes it so you can see things at 12 yards in your house that looks like you're shooting out to 1,500 yards. So there's training tools out there. I think one of the biggest things is getting used to a time. So like out here we shoot, I think 22 NRLs different. It's usually 2 minutes or whatever, but 90 seconds is kind of what we see out here a lot stage wise. So knowing where you need to be, and you kind of get this feeling in your head of where as long as everything's running right, your mag didn't fall out, and now you're scrambling and your brain's scrambled and you don't know where you're at and how much time you have left. And I'm still working on it myself. I'm working on everything. I'm trying. But you'll get used to where you should be, putting the rifle down correctly and have it pointed in the target area and being able to find the target. And you should find it within the first 10 seconds. I watch a lot of people and sometimes myself, we're hunting around for this damn target. That is burning up a lot of time. So run your power magnification less, find the target, and if you have to, you can zoom in. But those are some of the key things I would say. Any advice on cleaning a PCC AR direct? Blowback is very dirty. Just clean it like everything else. Pull the bolt carrier group out and run some patches. Yeah, just tear it apart like an AR. On the bolt carrier group, only difference is the gas stuff. You don't really have gas stuff. You got more gas basically in the back. So tear it apart, spray it down with some hops number 9 or hell brake cleaner or whatever the case is. But then you got to go back in and make sure you oil it. Hopefully Florida passes constitutional carry. There was a state that just got that. Was it Alabama or somebody just got approved for a constitutional carry? So that's cool. Speaking of knives, yeah, if you guys don't know, Microtech, they've been giving away a lot of knives lately. So if you go over there, I think you got to like the video, be a subscriber, and comment. You might win some pretty awesome knives. Brian Superman throwing it out there. Hit the thumbs up button. Ramsey Country. There's a name I haven't heard in a little while. How you doing, amigo? Let's see here. Oh, Wombat runs 60 MOA, a 20 riser on top of a 40 MOA rail. I can dial just past 500. Yeah, nice. Nice, Wombat. What scope are you using, Wombat? Let's see. Doing well, Ramsey. Damn, I got to catch up here. You guys have been killing it tonight. Let's see. Did you find yourself not challenged by NRL 22, so you went on to PRS 22 or NRL X? I have not shot a 20 or an NRL 22 match as of yet. I've been liking the long distance stuff. The place where we do a lot of matches, it goes out to like 400 yards. I mean, it goes out to 700 yards, but we don't ever shoot that far. And I've only been to 2 matches where I've had to shoot out to 500 yards. But no, I would say it's not. You never say it's not challenging enough. There's so many ways a match director can screw with the shooter between target sizes, how many times you have to move, how many shots, all sorts of stuff. So depending on how evil they are or whatever the course of fire is for the NRL matches, no, I would never say that they are not challenging. I'm just saying that so far I've shot the NRL X matches quite a few times, but no, just straight up NRL 22. Been using a clip. I think this is Trying to catch up on your guys' comments here. Still waiting. Kenny's supposed to jump in here in a little bit. Need to get Abigail on here. Abigail, you ready to jump on here tonight? You're going to be my co-host for the night. Took a minute to spell out, name out, area. Precision has the Bestie Ross edition set on sale. Primary arms. Ace in the holes in the house. What's going on, Ace? I disengaged the zero stop for now. It's not that it travels the full 4 rotations, possibly. But if I change ammo, I'll truly zero at 50 yards, but we'll see how things go at the range. Yeah, and Josh, I don't know what ammo you're using, but are you running we got Jamie out there. Welcome, buddy. So it's gonna depend on what rounds you're using and how fast they're going. Manus system looks legit as well. Yeah, the Manus X, guys, is I think I have one right here. If this is what you're talking about, this works really good for pistol, rifle. I haven't used it in a while. So what it is it's this little guy right here that Bluetooth into your phone. And you basically, it's set up to click onto a Picatinny rail. And then after you do that, you set it for what you're doing, whether it's a pistol, a rifle, a shotgun, and it'll tell you. Let's see if I can put this puzzle piece back in here. It'll be like that. It'll tell you what's going on as it's recoiling. So you can use it for using live rounds. You can utilize it for using dry fire practice. So it all depends, but it's a great training tool if you're trying to get more proficient at like any style shooting, really. Basically, in your phone, it'll tell you if you're shooting a pistol, it'll tell you like when you come up, am I coming to the side and up? Like it records all that, and you'll see every shot has this like arch in it, and then you can go, okay, well my grip's a little. I need to push harder on my weak side or whatever, and see if I can get that thing to just go up and down like that. It has a lot of stuff from the draw. It tells you lots of different stuff. The Mantis X. Let's see, 5.56. I actually just ordered some Defender ammo, 69 grain Sierra Match King boat tail hollow points or boat tail, and that should be I got a couple 3-gun matches that are coming up, so I got to remember how to shoot pistol and a rifle gas gun again. MXJ23. You're going to have to talk him into that yourself, buddy. Sending one of those Remexes out for testing, preferably a lefty. Ken Brown clip socks, in my opinion, doesn't work as fast as a PW Casey's. WD-40 is a good idea too. That combined with compressed air takes me literally 2 minutes to clean. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. See how I did that? Oh, we got Loso out there. Have you used the Bushnell Match Pro? I have not. I have not been. I don't have much time behind a Bushnell stuff at all. I keep everything honest here. Those scopes, I'm sure they make great scopes. The only thing is when I think of that, all I think of is the ones at Walmart, the 3x9s and stuff. And I don't know, it just kind of turns me off to even. And I know that's bad, and I shouldn't have said it, but you know me, I say what I'm thinking. So, but I know they make some high-end stuff, so don't get me wrong. But every time I hear that name, I'm thinking of the stuff that is at Big Five and Walmart and stuff like that. So if you hate me for it, I apologize. Yeah, Tree Feller wants to shoot some ARs when he's here. Let's see. I have Match Pro on my trainer. It's the best value scope under $1,000, and it's only $500. See, Joe M has one and he likes it. Me, on the other hand, I don't have any experience with that scope, so I can't tell you. Anyone ever tried that Slick Sex oil on their rifle? No, DW, I haven't, buddy. I ordered some free oil today. Yeah, Joaquin, definitely give it a shot. I liked it. It worked well. So, pretty cool. I bought a couple cans just to try it out. I mean, why not? It can't hurt your barrel. It's not like, we can get on the debate of this, and I'm not going to but like, there's certain YouTubers out there, and they put their stuff in CLR, and you got some people say it's, it's scarring or etching the barrels. You got other people that says it won't do anything. At the end of the day, I don't want to ruin a great rifle, so I just spend a hair more time trying to get the carbon out. Rifleman, I use Lucas Heavy Duty Marine Grease. It's literally the same grease they sell as gun grease, just at half the price, and the stuff works amazing. Josh. Yeah, what he's talking about is the alternative to this stuff. And this is what I put on all my bolt guns. Lucas, I don't know why I won't. But that's the stuff. Extreme Duty. I actually use their Extreme gun oil as well. They have two. They have a red one and a green one. The green one is a high temp one. I like it better because it comes with a needle applicator, which I could go grab one, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Over the red stuff. The red stuff comes in a plastic tube deal, and it's too liquidy for what I'd rather have the high temp stuff. All right. I did not enjoy being blind for a day. No. Yeah, you got to be careful with the aerosol stuff, like that brake cleaner stuff. I was messing with it this last week and got some in my eyeball, and that was awesome. That was awesome. Let's see. I like Pro 7. Put it on all my guns after cleaning. Vortex 5 to 25 Strike Eagle. The glass is not like my MK5, but having a 15-yard parallax is priceless. Yeah, Vortex has done really well lately, even on the 6 to 36. The parallax goes down to 10 yards, which is freaking amazing, because the 4.5 to 27 only went to 32. So I've never been to a match where you had to shoot at 10 yards. I don't even know if they consider that safe. I mean, with pistols it is, but I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? What's the closest 22 steel target that you would shoot at safely? What you consider safe? Let's get your guys' opinions on some of this stuff. I want to know what you guys think. Wheeled and well-armed is out there. What's going on? Jack Nava, is that free? Free all oil, kind of like PB Blaster, just penetrating oil stuff. I'm surprised you haven't used bad Dragon Lube on your guns. I tell you what, how many of you guys were using Frog Lube back in the day? I know I bought that stuff. You could eat it. You could do all sorts of stuff with it. That stuff is freaking nasty, especially like if you're in the colder parts of the country. It just turns into a shit grease. It's horrible. California, Arizona, places where it's, more than likely 100 degrees in the summer. Maybe not so bad, because then it'll actually turn into like some sort of liquid. But I had done some of that Frog Lube stuff in California when I lived out there. When I moved to here, it's just nasty. It's just nasty. I don't like that stuff. I don't know. How many of you guys tried that stuff? Let me see here. How much catching up do I got to do here? I just ordered it today. It's not blue. Not that I remember. Hold on. You know what? It could be blue, actually. Let me grab it for you. Let's find out. In the name of science. In the name of science. I need something to... So these guys are talking about this Freol stuff. So just went out and got this not too long ago. And it's basically a penetrating oil. So like hops number 9 is a solvent that I used to use a lot of to break down the carbon. And then I started getting some carbon rings. Some pretty pain in the butt ones that I couldn't really get. And, you know, I was soaking it and using brushes and all that stuff. But let me spray this. No, it's not blue at all. It's just clear. Like, and it's got a good smell to it. Kind of like a, I don't know what you call it. Not like a WD-40 or anything. But no, there's no color to it. So, there you go. Now you know, Shaggy. Actually, it is not green. Well, this stuff's not green. You told me not to, but now I am, Abby. Let's see. I'm sure it still works just as good. Lucas products are too shelf usually. Have you used the Bushnell Match Pro, and how is the glass? Did the computer freeze up or what? Because wasn't that question asked already? Let's see here. Don't say I didn't warn you. So is Abigail going to come on here or what? Did she answer? Let's see. I'd love to know on the glass of the Match Pro and how it compares. Yeah, I don't know the answers to those guys. See, you able to show us how to shoot on the top position of the ladder without a pump pillow? That seems to be my weakest position. Yeah, the higher you go, Anthony, the worse it's going to get. You're basically standing and locking your tactical 2x4 YouTube. So let's see if I'm going to be square here. No, that ain't help. So you want to be square. You want to be square to the ladder. Right? So the only thing you can do is, depending on the height, is you either need to be, depending on how tall you are, I'm going to keep dropping my legs down. I'm going to keep them square to the ladder. I'm going to use the rifle to basically push into the bag. And I'm going to, some people talk about basically bone on bone. So if I have my knees bent, basically my muscles here are holding my balance. Some people prefer where they lock the knees in. So instead of being like this, I'm like that. So now it's kind of a bone on bone where your muscles aren't twitching. So those are what you'll hear people say. But practice is the key to making that work. Practice. So there's some options, kind of going bone on bone, being square to the target and the ladder, and basically kind of push into the, depending on what you're using, but basically the magwell or barricade stop or whatever you got, you know, you're going to push in. So your square shoulders to the rifle, your legs are, and your body's square. Your legs are kind of separated to get you the right height that you need. This last match, we had to shoot off of the top one. There was a couple of us that are short. I had to stand on my pump pillow. And at that position, you don't need it anyways. But I had to stand on that and then the first rung of the ladder in order to shoot. So there was a kid. His name's Tucker is his name. His name's Tucker. Myself and I think a couple others were having some serious issues because we're not tall enough. The match directors down in North Carolina at that match they're all like 6 something. So for them, it seems like it would be a perfect spot, but for us short asses. And then he basically said, well, when we have to shoot the really low stuff, it's a disadvantage. A really nice guy. His name's Mike, but we were having fun bantering back and forth about being short and tall and all that stuff. Joaquin says, Rick is a vortex man. Yeah, I do like my vortexes. So hopefully that helped Anthony. You'll see other videos, older videos in the past that'll talk a lot more into the positions and how to use bags on my channel. That should help. You gotta go back on the playlist and look under long range. I think I named it long range shooting or long range precision long range or whatever the hell I named the that link, that group of videos. Josh, I think the glass is Match Pro is very similar to the Viper PST Gen 2. Joe would know. He's a good shooting. Let's see. Look at the bottom of your tee. From the bottom side looking upwards, you need to shake it, brother. Yeah, there's some sugar at the bottom. That's how sugary this is. This is too strong for me right now. It's sweet. I tried to hurry, and that's what happens when you hurry. Darren Becker says, Vortex is by far my favorite. That's exactly the same way I feel about Bushnell. I also don't like Leopold because I can't seem to get the eye relief. Yeah, some scopes, the eye relief is not very good. The eye relief is the distance between when you're looking through the scope to here, especially if you're shooting a heavy caliber rifle, like Win Mag stuff or something big that's going to have a lot of recoil. The last thing you want is that scope to give you a little kiss there on the face. But yeah, the eye relief is the distance between here and here. Some scopes are more, where it gives you a lot more, you have a lot more room. And then some scopes are quite bad where you're way too close. Let's see. Tree Feller, if Eric Cortina uses CLR, then I think it's okay. You go, buddy. Thing you got to remember, guys, is Eric Cortina shoots a lot, so he's going through his barrels, a lot faster than a lot of us would. And then also he's getting barrels because he's an awesome shooter. So if you have people sending you free barrels all the time, then you can fill them up with concrete if you want. Because at the end of the day, there'll be another barrel coming. Leopold Mark V. Robert Brantley won the King of the 2 Mile with the Bushnell XRS2. Yeah. There you go. See? I don't see how you can talk down on Bushnell for having product in Walmart without acknowledging the Vortex crossfire. No, I agree, Joe. There's everything from, let's just say, really, really good to really inexpensive. But as a kid, as an adult walking through these stores, those are the ones that I see. And in my mind, that's what goes through my mind, because at least out in like California area, we had Big Five, we had Turner's, Walmart, Kmart, the list goes on and on, right? But in those stores, you would see, Target as well. You would see, the clear package of a scope, and it would be a scope sitting on, one of those hooks. And there'd be like 5 in there. And that's just what's in my head. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what it is. That's what I think of when I see that. I'm sure they got some that are amazing. Andrew says, Frog Lube was garbage. It locked my gun up. Yeah, Andrew, I was like, man, this stuff is not that amazing. Can you do an English accent? KKK. I can. Sometimes when I was in an English accent, huh? Let's see. Now you put me on the spot. All I can think of is there's a few that come to my mind, but right now Jamaican's popping into my mind. Oh, bloody hell. See, and I don't even know. That could be Irish, Scottish. I don't know what it is, but that's what you got. That's it. That's the best thing I could come up with right there. Six Creator in the house. Been a while since we've seen you. I've always used CLP and high temp wheel bearing grease. As much as a huge fan of the 22 all round, my skill set only permits me reaching out to 100 to no more than 150 yards. I shake too much. Still really enjoy the 22 stuff the most. Drew Bradley. Man, I tell you what, I've been loving the 22 stuff. I mix hops mixed with Kroll. Yeah, and that's basically kind of would be the new version. This would be the new version of that. I had never heard of that before. A lot of the shooters from back in the day, it's a penetrating oil. So basically what John Harris is saying is he's using like a hops 9, which is a solvent basically, and then using a penetrating oil. I could see that working well actually. Seeing you got DW likes the frog lube. Y'all are tempting me to pull out and lube the old Winchester Model 10. Let's see, I use hops mixed with Kroll. Got it, John Harris. All right, let's see. I'm already in bed and about 5 on the lay scale. All right, let's see here. But a small ammo can that I can carry in my ammo bag with FL in it with small refillable bottles. Oh. Correction, it's a Model 12, not a Model 10. I found those little squeeze tubes of frog lube on eBay, 5 in a pack. Pump pillow, yes, pump pillow. Design hunters out there, well-balanced rifles should allow you to just put down pressure on the front scope mount and almost free recoil at 22 to be super steady even on the most wobbly ladder from all rungs. Correct. I would agree. I would agree for sure. One of the nice things, you'll see a lot of shooters that'll either have their hand on the front of the scope, and then you'll see a lot of shooters where they're reaching out basically on the side of their rifle, squeezing the bag and their plate if they're running a plate. And so just depending on how you shoot. And that's the thing with 22s. There's a bonus and a minus to shooting a 22 for practice for PRS. One is there's no recoil management, so you're kind of cheating yourself, and you've heard me talk about it. Or I feel like I'm cheating myself because I'm not pulling the rifle into my shoulder. And it's basically just sitting there stable because the rifle is balanced. It's not free floating. It's not just sitting there, but it's I'm not doing myself any justice by shooting it that way as well. So it's definitely not free recoiling, but I'm not pulling it into my shoulder as much as I should either. Sometimes that almost, right now, it feels like it makes me less steady, which kind of sucks when you go shooting center fire again. Brian Supermax says, Rick, are you or Ray going to have any 22 shooting classes this summer? I don't get my 360 till the end of June, but would be fun and educational. I don't know. Ray's super busy right now. If you guys don't know, he's starting a new channel, YouTube channel with some really awesome vehicles. So he's kind of been putting some of his time, energy, and effort into that other channel and getting all the videos and, really doing a good job of like cameraman and lots of different cameras and all sorts of stuff. So he's been putting a lot of time into that. We did some shooting today at his house for a little bit, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I did get hit up when I was at the Blade Show about doing some of that stuff with classes, and I don't know. We'll see. I don't mind helping people out. I don't know if, and maybe that's something definitely in the future for sure. But tonight's episode is sponsored by Pure Leaf. This is kind of an imposter pure leaf, just so you know. Look at all that sugar at the bottom. That is not good. Now, right now, I could fill this completely back up, and it'd probably be the perfect concoction of a perfect sweet tea, but right now it's not. Good luck, Brian. You know, waiting until June's got to suck for your new rifle to come in, but unfortunately, especially when I got one sitting right over there that's going to be for sale. So, you could have it. You could have it next week. Isn't Eric Cortina building his own barrels now? He's building tuners. I don't know if he's building barrels. I haven't seen anything on the barrels, but I know that he is doing tuners and brakes. What concrete in your barrel? Sounds scary, Rick. No, I was basically saying that when you can get new barrels all the time, he could fill them up with concrete if you wanted, because he's going to have a new one coming. Vanessa Kitty, what's going on? CLR on all my brakes now. Haven't committed to throwing it in the barrel. Yeah, it's scary. You've got a brand new barrel. It's been shooting really well. I've heard people have been putting it in the brakes for getting rid of all the carbon and all the brakes. But yeah, it's a little scary. Come on, man. Concrete. I thought you knew that trick. Bug Bunny put bananas in Elmer's side-by-side shotgun. Works like a charm. Ben B's out there. I would assume that might be Ben Blevins. Better off starting to practice your Aussie accent. Oh, yeah. That might not be Ben B, actually. Welcome to the show, Ben B. Yeah, there's supposed to be 5 Australians coming to shoot the NRL championship. So, America, batten down the hatches, buddy. There's going to be 5 of them knuckle nuts running around here. Let's see. Wheeled Well Arm says, I didn't get through a box of 50 Beowulf when the range officer told me to get off the line and wash the blood off. I thought it was sweat. Oh, man, I got to see that video. Publix. Yeah, we have Publix. See, on a drunk Friday night, all Europeans speak the same except for the Irish. They're always drunk. Shaggy, we're not always drunk. Sometimes we're asleep. That's awesome. Yeah, Abigail, she's Irish and she loves her whiskey. Or Tizzle, going to bed, you lazy bones. You lazy bones. Have a good night, everybody, he says. I use Lucas High Temp bearing grease in my AR. Nice. That's basically what this is, I think. I don't know if it'll show up. This stuff works good, though. And it's easy, too, to carry around. Cleaning this is going to be a biatch. Let's see. Had a shotgun wrapped in electrical tape. Not modern electrical tape, but the old Tarso. Oh, good God, yeah. You might as well just throw that in some CLR. What's Ray's other channel? I like car stuff too. Shaggy Rifleman, that's called, I don't even know what it's called. Something 555. Like Motorsports 555 or something. It has 555 at the end. Appreciate it. Shaggy Rifleman makes a great alternative to hairspray. Yeah, I like wearing a hat. Let's see here. Banana in the tailpipe trick. Chris Vig. Good evening, sir. I'm new to the channel and Precision 22 and want to say thanks for all the hard work. I'm a firefighter over here in Portland. Nice. So thanks from the fellow hose draggers. Yeah, man. Thanks. Keep up the good work out there in Portland. Appreciate it. In Australian and South African. Oh, South African. All right. That's awesome. Ben B's, he's from South Africa. Cool, man. Wonder what time it is. Hey, Siri, what time is it in South Africa?
In Pretoria, South Africa, it's 5 a.m.
Damn, somebody got up early. 5 a.m. So you think No, he won't be doing any gun stuff on that channel. It's strictly going to be cars. Yeah, he's going to keep all the 50 cal mounted on the roofs to the X-Ring channel and not his new channel. I can't remember what it's called though. Yeah, maybe you guys can bring me over a Toyota Hilux. I could use one of those for sure. Let's see. I'm passing the time till the end of June with my new Anschutz 22 WMR. Love it. Most fun with the clothes on. Brian Superman. Yeah, those are nice. Modern Driver. There we go. Abigail brings it up. Modern Driver, guys, 555. What's really cool, too, is he's on the racetrack running laps, going from 0 to 60, and he has this little thing that goes in the car that reads on his phone. It'll tell you exactly how long it takes to go 0 to 60 or whatever he has it set up. I'm in South Africa that now lives in Australia. Oh, got it, Ben B. Got it. All right. Well, awesome, man. That is freaking cool. Let's get some of these Australians on here. I'm going to post a link. This usually goes bad. But if, let's see here. I'm going to do this. Copy. I'm going to put this in the comment section, you guys. If you get crazy, click on it. You can come on for a couple of minutes, talk. Just make sure you turn the YouTube off when you go to the link, because you're going to hear everything if you're on a computer. So that is how you would get on tonight's show. And hopefully we got no knuckleheads, because I can instantly vaporize your YouTube channel. What do I do for a living, Loso? I am a retired 31-year. I retired as a battalion chief in Southern California as a fire battalion chief. So I had fun, as they say, running around, putting the blue stuff on the red stuff. That's what I did. Time for Tree Feller to step up for a chat. Yeah, he's been on here before, Ben. He's been on here before. I don't know if he's going to jump on here, though, because you know he's going to get shocked. I got the zapper sitting over there waiting for the Australian. I'm gonna have to make sure I get a new battery for that thing. Patty doll. Then you ditched us. Yeah, if you guys don't know Patty, she's a division chief with the department I used to work for, and she was the fire marshal. Now she's wearing like 14 other hats, so she's a division chief / fire marshal, and she is awesome. Are we going to be able to pick up a BMW off Ray's website? That would be nice, Tim Rink. Yeah. There you go, Patty. There's a link up there if you want to jump on and say some horrible Rick stories. Oh, Lord, I don't have that flathead long enough to get this stock off. Let's see here. Yeah, if you jump on, you can be on for a few minutes, ask a couple questions, and then we'll make room for the next person or whatever. But yes, I didn't ditch you, Patty. I actually answered some work stuff yesterday for a certain B3 chief that took my spot. Let's see. Limited edition black DLC BMW i3 on Ray's site. Yeah. i3 battery operated. Those things are freaking amazing. All right. We have the famous one and only koala bear tree cutting man named Tree Feller from Australia, mate. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. How you going?
Let me turn this volume down so it doesn't reverb back on everybody. Are you ready to come to America? Are you ready to come to America?
No, not ready yet. Not if we're shooting 400 yards.
It's only 400 yards.
Yeah, not the 22. Give it a crack anyway. Why not?
It's going to be all right, buddy. Just shoot the damn thing, and who cares?
Yep. Give it a crack.
So here's something for you guys that don't know. So Tree Feller, he's a huge NRL, top of the game guy. He comes in, top places very well. And so your NRL matches out in Australia, what's the distance that it goes out to?
Well, we're only shooting NRL 22, so out to 100. We do occasionally do some PRS stuff that they're only just little side matches, but most of it's only out to 100 yards.
So now would you say that, because it's quite a bit of difference going to 400 yards, are your guys, the guys from Australia, are they a little worried about this whole 400-yard thing?
Maybe a little bit. A lot of the guys do shoot PRS, the centerfire stuff, so they can probably transition over. But as you know, shooting rimfire out to 400 is a bit different to a centerfire. So we're going to do a little bit of training. I've said to the boys we can set up a couple of ranges and do a bit of training on the weekends to try and catch up to you guys a bit.
Yeah. Well, and you'll have a chance to shoot a match beforehand, right? Down here. So
yep.
You'll get your
Get taken to Gappleby's.
That's right. Someone's going to Gappleby's. I don't know who it'll be yet, but we'll find out. Abigail says I shot 400 yards, 400 with my AR. I'm sure y'all can do it with the 22. You go.
We've shot 22s to 400 yard, mostly on paper and stuff. We've never actually done PRS shooting, so that's what we're going to set up some PRS targets. Some steel. A nice big bloody piece of board with a big black center dot. That's easy enough to shoot at 400, but when you're shooting off a barricade, it's a bit different.
Yeah. Oh, Ben B from Australia wants to know what Gappleby's is. Why don't you tell him what Gappleby's is?
I'm not sure. What is it? Isn't it when you
Gappleby's is when your buddies basically gapped you by a bunch of points.
Yep.
They say they took you to Gappleby's. There's a restaurant out here in America called Applebee's, and we basically say, yeah, we took him to Gappleby's if you can get a big enough spread from him. So
I'm sure there'll be a big enough
spread. I shot. Tree Feller got 98, and I got a 92. I would have had gone. He had brought me to Gappleby's.
Oh, is it only that close? I thought it was like if you shot a 98 and I shot a 40. That's more Gappleby's to me.
No, that's
schooled big time.
That's out of control.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. No, it can be. It could be one really. It could be two.
Oh, yeah.
It just depends on how much smack talking you want to do.
Can you run that taser out of power for me before I get there, please?
No, I got a new battery. I'm gonna order. I got ordered up for it.
I'll be bringing this then.
Oh, you can keep that shit. If you guys don't know what that is, why don't you tell us about it and we can actually see this nasty crap in live.
So this stuff is Vegemite. It's a spread like you put on bread. You don't put it on thick. So, but
yeah, you got to show the crap in it.
Oh, hang on.
It looks like someone pooped in a freaking.
Well, no, it's more like the bottom of a bin that's been left out for about 3 months. The
bottom of a what?
Bin, rubbish bin, trash can.
Yummy. That just sounds freaking horrible. Oh yeah, that's like black tar heroin right there is what that looks like. Oh, it's Dick's wife's birthday. Okay, buddy. Yeah, I was like, he hasn't been calling me back.
Oh, he's being a good husband.
What happened to my buddy? Let's see. Todd Simmons. How big are the 400-yard targets usually? I've only shot NRL as well. It almost depends. So the targets, the ones that we see out here, they're actually pretty big targets. They're probably half and third basically IPSC targets. Do you guys know how the size of those look like out there in Australia as an idea?
Yep.
Yeah, so like a normal IPSC target, which would be like shoulders, head, adult, basically. Halves and thirds of those,
right? Cool.
Depending on the distance.
Yeah, we were going to try and train on, say, 2 MOA targets. So if it's 400, we go to a 8-inch target, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Well, I don't know about the NRL championship, but in matches you see around here, if you're like shooting 300 yards, a lot of them were pretty decent. Like there's know your limits targets where we had bowling pins and they got smaller and they were out like a 250 or something like that a couple matches ago. So it just depends on whatever the match director feels they want it to be. So,
but isn't it a Chris Simmons match? So won't the targets be like a quarter of the size of the usual target?
well, you'll be shooting lollipops at 1,000 yards basically.
That's what I was about to say. They'll be sideways.
Yeah, you're like, I don't even see the target. I'm powered up to 36 and still can't see the damn thing.
Yeah,
but
camouflaged in.
Oh, Tim Rink says that stuff's very salty. Is that the case?
Yes. I don't know. I'm used to it.
There's a benefit to it or something. Weren't you saying like it's vitamin B?
Oh, no. It's just it's high in vitamin B and yeah, you'll find out.
Man, I was trying to figure out how to get you like some I don't even know if I can say it on here. I'll just call it well, hell, I don't care. Moonshine. I was trying to figure out if we could get you some moonshine that you could try. And you want to feed me some nasty ass.
It's not that bad. It's
bottom
not
of the barrel bin tar roofing material, like
hairy
packing.
ass.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what the hell that is.
No, it's not that bad, honestly. Do you get like Bonox and that sort of stuff over there?
Bonox?
Yeah. So okay. No, I never heard that. All right, it must be a pommy thing then. So they use Bonox in making like a hot drink. It's like a concentrated beef type stock. So this is just a concentrated vegetable type stock. Yeast, vegetable, bit salty. You can actually use this to make gravy.
Yeah, it sounds like a bouillon cube, basically, before it's gotten. You know what a bouillon cube is?
Yeah, like a stock cube.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just to concentrate. So again, as I said to you, nice fresh toast, nice smear of butter, and then it's about the same volume of Vegemite on there, and good to go. You'll find out. If you're zapping my ass, you're eating some of that stuff.
Maybe we'll get some scratchers and we'll see who gets zapped again. We'll have fun with that again.
I'll bring some Australia ones over.
Some Australian scratch-offs?
Yep.
That'd be cool to see, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, now you have a different dollar. What is your dollar called?
Pacific peso. No, it's Australian dollar.
So it's an Australian dollar, right? Yeah,
just Australian dollar, yeah. It's only worth, 2/3 of yours though.
No, but it's probably cool looking, right?
No, it just looks like money.
Is it like our dollars though?
Yeah. Well, ours is all that polymer now, so it's not made of paper.
Like a Chinese dollar does, where it's all like plastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to bring a couple of those because people that come over, when I remember to tell them, they'll sign a dollar and they'll put it on my wall up there.
Well, our dollars are dollar coins. We only have $1 coins, $2 coins, $5 notes, 10s, 50s,
so you got to put $5 up there then.
Oh, is that all you want? I thought I had to put a 50 up there.
No, there's no point. I'm not going to be able to use it anyways. Like, just whatever your paper money is, whatever your smallest denomination of dollar is, Australian dollar, it'd be cool to put on the wall here.
Yep.
Maybe even you could even hook up with those 5 Aussies and have them sign one, and then when you fly in, we can put those guys up on the wall.
Well, you'll probably meet them at the Nationals anyway. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Hey, Rick, you know what ice cube is? This sounds like a trick or a trap. One of the two. Don't do it, Rick. Don't. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you're talking about the freaking Vegemite stuff. No.
Vegemite and Tim Tams. I'll bring those over for you as well.
What is it?
Tim Tams.
What the hell's that?
Oh, they're a chocolate biscuit. They're pretty good. I'll bring the double coats and the caramel ones over.
Now we're talking. This might be something I'd enjoy trying.
Oh, yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, no.
Chocolate-coated biscuits.
Biscuits. All right. Is a biscuit a cookie in America, or is a biscuit a biscuit?
Yeah.
Okay, because we have
Cool.
biscuits. You know, they're like biscuits and gravy.
Yep.
We got to try some. What food haven't you ever tried before in America?
Don't know. I'll try anything. I'm not fussy.
But like Mexican food, or like, have you had all that stuff, right?
Yeah, had all that stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
not that far behind over here.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking everybody out there might want to know.
No, we got Taco Bell over here and Guzmani Gomez and those sort of things.
All right. He says, teach them how to Tim Tam Slam.
Yeah.
What the hell's that?
Well, actually, you use a Tim Tam as a straw. So you bite the end off, one end, the other end, stick it in your drink, and you suck the drink through the straw like you might have chocolate milk or a cup of tea or coffee. A coffee, usually, for those coffee drinkers. So
he looks like he's tried everything. Loso says, look at that. Loso said, you look like you've tried everything.
No.
All right, good. Let's see. We were at an hour and 16 minutes. And I don't know. Well, you probably wouldn't know. I said it in the beginning. I don't know when you showed up. So I tried this whole thing with the semi-auto one.
Yeah, I heard that.
And I was thinking I was going to do well. I didn't do very well. It doesn't shoot as accurately as my bolt gun for sure. So
you're probably used to the weight of the bolt gun. That's why.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it felt like the front of it was just bouncing off the deck of the shooting thing. So I'm gonna try to redo that video. But I could see someone with a semi-auto getting 17s right in there, maybe even faster. If you can get on the target really quickly. So I'm kind of interested to see how fast these guys are going to burn it down the semi-auto. So I don't know. I just don't know.
Still trying to work out flights where I'm going to. It's a bit hard to get to your neck of the woods.
Yeah, you're coming from Australia to LA?
LA, yep. Flying into LA. Then I'm probably going to go from LA to Atlanta, stay in Atlanta overnight, then catch a morning flight to where you are.
Okay.
So break it up a little bit. Might have to go to the casino or something. Is there casinos in Atlanta? Just for research purposes. That's all. Just have a look around.
There's a casino an hour and a half from here. Well, we can definitely go check out. So where's the family staying? Are they staying in LA?
Not coming. Oh, hang on. It's a shame they're not coming.
Oh,
they're going to Bali now because her mother and family are going to Bali. So they said, "Oh, we'll go to Bali." I went, "Oh, okay."
Bye.
Bye. Gives you more time to rack up the credit card buying some gear over there. How far's Brownells?
There's a Bass Pro Shop and hell, we can find you about anything. It might take us a little while to drive, but
sweet.
No casinos in Georgia. DW said, "What does it take to own? What does it take to own? Does it take to own a 22 rifle in Australia?" There you go. Great question, Loso. Tell us how the whole thing works. I know we've talked about it, but it's been about a year or so.
So here in Australia, you have to get a firearms license. To get that, you got to do a safety course. Here, especially here in Queensland, you do a safety course. Once you've done the safety course, you submit all your paperwork. They do like a background check. Check you're what they call a fit and proper person. You don't have any domestic violence orders or any violence things that would exclude you from getting a license. After they've done that, which normally takes them about 6 months, they will approve your license, and then you have to apply for a permit to acquire a firearm. So for 22s, they're what we call Category A firearms over here. So 22s, shotguns, they're classed in that single shot stuff. Then you got Category B, which is your centerfire rifles, so up to 10 round magazines. Then anything over 10 round magazines is classed as Category C, which also covers your semi-automatics up to 10 rounds. Then anything over 10 rounds is a Category D, which is really harder to get unless you've got a primary producer's license, a pest control license, or you're a professional shooter sort of thing. Like for government, you're not going to get that sort of stuff. So yeah, but it's not that hard to get a Category A. And then it's funny though, because Category A, there's no magazine size limit. So if you want, you can get a CZ 457 and chuck a 200 round drum magazine on it if you want. It's still a category A.
Still a category A because it's a
Yeah.
rimfire, or
There's a rimfire, yeah. Yep.
Gotcha.
But to get those magazines, say if you had, like, I've got a Volkswagen straight pull, I could get one of those the 1022 drum mags if it's here in Australia. But to import one, you can't do it because it can fit a 1022 or a Ruger Charger. They class it as a category R or category D restricted part. So you have to have a special import permit and all this paperwork and rubbish for it.
Now I know South Africa, you know, you can basically just go to the local hardware store and pick up a suppressor. You guys, on the other hand, are you like that, or are you more like us? Or you can't have them at all?
I'm not sure about South Africa. New Zealand, like you walk into the gun shops in New Zealand and they have like baskets of them sitting on the bench, you know, $20 22 suppressor, that sort of stuff. It's just, and if you don't use one, you're classed as a bit of an ignorant fool for, you know, making too much noise.
Yeah.
You know, so they're big over there. But over here, to get a suppressor, again, it's so much red tape. Like they think that, you know, once you put a suppressor on your rifle, you're going to become sort of a super sniper and shoot people from 3 miles away and not going to hear any sound. And
yeah,
that's
the
ridiculous
problem
thing.
we have is when everybody thinks that a suppressor sounds like a movie suppressor, you know.
Yep. No, the only time I've used suppressors has been in the army. That was it. So, which they're good for that, you know, just being able to talk to each other while you're shooting.
Yeah, or at least just kill half the racket.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. You guys got any questions for Tree Feller or myself? Let us know because we're running out of time here. Appreciate you jumping on, by the way.
That's
Jason,
right.
so.
Yeah, I shoot with Benny. I shot my last match with Benny, and the poor bugger, like, he was doing so well. He cleaned the stage, and then his magazine played up. And it's a Bagara, not a Voodoo, so you don't have to worry about fixing the magazine. So yeah,
he had an issue with the Bagara.
Yeah, the Bagara mag, but that was a modified one. We put the 2-round extension on, and it was getting a bit of spring bind. So when we extended the spring, must have put a little bit of twist in it. So he dropped 6 rounds on that stage, and then he dropped 4 on the next stage. So he would have cleaned up. He's a good shooter, top guy. He's like, yeah.
Now is he going to nationals as well?
No. So it was a top 5 over the last 6 months of shooting here, basically. Corey, he's a good shooter. You've got Scotty Patel. He teaches long range shooting over here. You've got JJ. He's a young South African guy. He's a cool kid. He runs a website page over here, or Southeast Queensland Shooters. And then you've got Shane, who's another Voodoo shooter. So,
okay, you got a question there, Tree Feller?
Do I live near Tamworth? I'm about 6.5 hours north of Tamworth. Maybe a bit further. Nice little country town in the back of New South Wales.
Yeah, how many hours am I away?
How many hours? Too many.
Let me see if Siri will tell me.
16-hour flight to LA, then yeah.
Hey Siri, how many hours am I away from
Brisbane, Australia?
Brisbane, Australia.
Current location is less than a half mile away by car.
0 miles by car. Hell, I must be in Australia.
Hey, close, that's bro.
Holy hell, I'm closer than you thought I was.
Hang on, go look at the backyard now.
Hey Siri. How far away? I need directions. There it is. Hold on. I'm going to tell directions. There we go. What's it called? Bismarck?
Brisbane or Wellington Point, Australia.
Hey Siri. Directions to Wilmington Point, Australia.
Wellington Point.
Sorry, I don't know where that is.
I screwed up.
Give up.
We'll
There's that
find
old
out
song.
later. I gave up. Let's see. Nice to meet a guy from there that went to gunsmithing school in Pittsburgh. Jeff Hunter. You know a Jeff Hunter?
I've heard of him. There's a couple of American guys over here doing gunsmithing in New South Wales. They've got good reputations. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you know the same guy that Todd knows. That's pretty cool. I heard of him at least, right? That's the problem. You have an iPhone. Abigail, don't be a hater.
Yeah.
YouTube videos would not exist on Isyour6covered if I did not have a freaking iPhone, because I tried it on an Android. I bought this highfalutin badass camera, Galaxy, who knows what the hell number it was, a few years ago. I could not even make one video. So 2 days later, I shit canned that thing, returned it, and got whatever the latest iPhone was. So
Did you get your iWatch sorted out?
Yeah.
It's working
I
now?
only use it for the matches.
That's all I've got it for. Like, I got it for Christmas, and like I was like, what the hell am I going to use this for? And I'm like, oh, hang on, I can put that app on there.
Yeah.
That and Skylock. I got those two on there. That's the main ones.
You got Straylock on your watch?
Yeah, you can send your dope to your watch.
Oh, gotcha. That's cool. Is that how you're gonna run that at NRL? Or are you gonna run a dope card?
No. It's just a bonus thing. You know, you got.
Oh,
you have
okay.
it on
I'm
there.
like, oh shit, here we go. Sounds like a 0 stage to me.
No, I've got like Sharpies. I can write all over my arms. I'm cool.
There you go.
Or I might bring a white t-shirt and write all over that. As long as I don't need to go to the toilet.
Yeah. Well, shirts work good. We know this.
Yes.
Shirts work well. It would not be the first time I've had to rip a shirt. Does your vehicles speak like USA voices or like Aussie voices? So yeah, that's a good question.
You can set them to either. So our Siri is actually, or I think Siri itself is actually Australian. So
Hey,
the chick who did.
Are you Australian?
I'd like to think of myself as an assistant without borders.
Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a lady here in Australia that did like all the voices for either Siri or one of those sort of things.
See, I want to find, they probably have one. I want the app where Siri becomes like kind of a biatch. So you could ask it like questions and it'd be like, you should be smarter than this, Rick, or something.
That's the Australian one.
Like where it answers you like kind of gives you a little snap back, like a cranky
like Rick, you're still a dick?
Yeah, like a hashtag still a dick kind of thing. Abigail's an Android girl. Abigail nailed it. Patty Doll says, you guys are out of control. iPhones suck. Yeah. I know.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters are gonna hate. I don't know why they suck, but it's not like theirs aren't being built in foreign countries by younger than us people. So I'm pretty sure
that's not hard. We're a bit old.
Let's see. Chris Fig says, "Hey Rick, I have a Kinney special being built, and I'm getting all the details ironed out. I talked to X-Ring yesterday and was hoping you could give me a call tomorrow if you can find time." Chris, I don't know your number, do I?
So I got a special request.
Oh, you got
Can we swap rifles when I come over?
Do what? Swap rifles?
Yeah, swap rifles. You can shoot my Voodoo and I'll shoot your Rimex.
I got a Voodoo 360 you can use.
No, I meant a real Voodoo. The Gen 1 or Gen 2, not those 360s.
Oh, gotcha. I had a Gen 1. I loved it.
Yep.
Had a Gen 2. Great rifle.
Yeah, I'm bringing the Gen 1.
I had a Gen 3 and... So, I don't know. You can shoot the hell out of it if you want. You can use it for the match.
It's all right. It's all right.
I don't think it'd be good practice before NRL championship, but...
Well, I've got to try to get mine balanced out. Like, I heard you talking before about balancing a rifle. I'm trying to get mine just a little bit weight forward, not quite balanced. That way, when I'm on a barricade, because normally by the time you put the stock on the barricade, you're right near the mag well. So I want to run it fractionally weight forward if I can and give that a try.
Yeah, that'll help. We got +5 in the house. If you guys don't know, +5 drew that right there. He's a tattoo artist and artist as well. Thing's really cool. There's little sayings in there for long-range shooters, and it's pretty cool. So, huge shout-out, +5. It's been a while since we had lunch together. Rick, who did you order your Ely match through? I ordered it through Kilo Sports, not Kilo, but Kilough Sports. I went through there. It shows you how many boxes, basically 50-round boxes of Ely Match, 10X, and some other stuff, how many they have. So if it says like 400, 2, 5, 10, you don't want to buy anything that's super low because by the time you have a chance to lot test it and then go to order it, it might be gone already. So
I wish we had that luxury here in Australia.
and Chris, just email me on Isyour6covered@gmail.com and send me your phone number. I'll call you after the show. What's a box of SK Standard Plus running you guys nowadays? Honestly, I don't know. Do you know? Oh, maybe he's asking you, actually.
Standard, I know rifle match, we're paying 100. I can get it for $116 a brick. So it's $11.60 a packet. I think, no, that's actually cheap for where we can get it now. I think the rifle, that
Yeah,
plus
but
whatever it is.
you're getting it cheaper than what the normal Australians are getting it for, right?
Yeah, no, I've got a couple of shops, they've got old stock. So one of our major
so what's
shops
the
here,
normal cost?
well, the normal cost here, like for most of the gun shops here, is around the $130 a brick. So $13 a packet sort of thing.
So like $13. Yeah. So like,
yeah,
I had bought a bunch of Cinerex back in the day, and I think I paid like 11 or 12 bucks for it. Then I bought, it might have been $10, can't remember. And then all that Ely Match I bought, I think I paid $14 a box for that.
Man, I wish. Like I found a place that's got Ely 10X for $225 a brick, and then most of the shops around here want over $30 a packet, so they're over 300 a brick.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
I mean, that is Pacific pesos, of course. You know, not quite.
Oh, that's
US
true
dollars.
too. There's a conversion there, so it's
Yeah.
not.
Yep.
Because it's around here, it's probably like $22 to $24 for 10.
Yes, that gets close to 30. Well, when you think about it, like if you're looking at, you know, we're 73 cents or whatever it is. So.
Yeah, Lucas, that was a bummer actually. I would have liked to have gone to that too. Yeah, so I guess with the conversion, everything's about right then.
Yeah. It's just that you guys get a bit more of a choice. Like as you said, you can check a website and go, okay, it's got so many of this lot, so many of this lot. I can just try these ones. Whereas we go, oh, you've got 3 packets in store, we'll buy the lot. You know, that's it.
Which sucks.
That's
the one thing. And what's crazy is that lot test that I had tested for, that was actually for the 360. It shot amazing out of the 360 when it would feed. So I haven't even truly lot tested for that freaking Remex yet. So I got, you know, that might be something I'll do next year.
Well, isn't that because Kenny runs that special chamber? Like there's a very forgiving sort of chamber.
Well, that's before that. This one was set up. There's a chamber number. I can't remember what it is. Basically a bench rest, but it's been tweaked. And it's got some like DSXs at the end of it or some shit.
Yep.
And that's the chamber for that. But it runs, it does run a lot of stuff and shoots very well. It's not picky at all. But that newer chamber that Kenny has supposedly is less finicky, but you're not getting the tightest. Like with this one will group a hair better if you got the right ammo.
Yeah. Yep.
Supposedly. So.
And when you're shooting stuff like match and 10X and that, like it's all going to shoot really well. It's just those couple of lots are going to shoot phenomenal, you know, and they're the ones we're sort of chasing these days. And
that's trying to find. I shot some a guy we were shooting with named Jamie. He's like, hey, try out some of this ammo, and it was Ely Contact.
Yep.
So I had shot like 5 or 10 rounds of this stuff, and the SD was like 29. And then I went back to the Ely Match, and it was like 9. So
well, my 10X over 30 rounds was 5.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that'll do.
So depending on the temperature, I can get SDs down to 5 to 9, right in there.
Anything under 10, you got to be happy with that. That's.
And the best part is you don't have to reload.
Yep. That's it.
Low says talking about diabetes and me drinking this liquid diabetes thing over here, which all into the thing. You know what? He's right. So I can't really say much about it. Big Country says I got it. Anthony, the U.S. dollar isn't real money either. It's all backed by nothing. Yeah.
All fiat money, as they say, but let's not go down that rabbit hole.
No, two big countries in the house. Oh crap, Shaggy Y. Let's see. Trying to catch up. All right. Well, hopefully you guys, I don't know, found something entertaining out of this chat. Might have been a little boring tonight, but it might have saved you guys an hour and a half of not having to hang out with, I don't know, maybe you got some mother-in-law or father-in-law that had come over to visit and you needed your hour and a half break. Maybe you've been sitting on the shitter for the last hour and a half hiding and,
or reloading.
Your legs are probably asleep by now, so be careful when you stand up. And other than that, you got anything, Tree Feller, before we get the heck out of here?
No, that's
it.
Can't wait to get there. I'm a little bit nervous. Like, it's going to be cool. It's going to be actually my first overseas trip by myself. So what happens in the States stays in the States.
No, that's going to be pretty cool because now you don't have to worry about them. You know what I mean? And like in the back of your head while you're trying to shoot.
That's what I was worried about. I was thinking, what are they going to be doing for like 5-6 days? Well, actually 2 weeks. You know,
is it 2 weeks? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be there almost 2 weeks. So
yeah, because you're flying in the 20th.
The 19th. I fly on the 19th and leave on the 1st with the rest of the boys. So whatever that is.
So I'm going to see your ugly ass for a while then.
Yeah. I'll try to be nice.
All right. Nothing the taser won't fix.
You better turn it up. I'm quite a big lad. So
I know. I was gonna say you could probably crush me with one arm, but other than that, let's see here.
I'm gonna do some tree work when I'm over there for you. Clear the range.
In the show with the line dance, Anthony. Unfortunately, you are out of control. Let's give everybody a thumbs up, especially Anthony for asking great questions tonight. Besides that last in bomb there, but other than that, he had some really good questions. You guys all had some good questions, so you guys have a wonderful night. We got Todd Elsters in the house, EP Integrations. If you guys are looking to anneal brass, right there is the magic machine, the annealer, and right there is his EP brass tray, which is freaking amazing. So you guys get over to EP Integrations, check it out. If you guys didn't know, tonight's video / Cluster Monkey was sponsored by DP Gunworks out in Arizona, who builds the most badass Remex laser beams, Skittles laser beams as well. And huge shout out to Kenny E for being a great gunsmith and helping the channel out. All right, you guys stay safe. If you guys need some Vortex optic stuff, EP Integrations as well is now a Vortex sponsor that sells scopes. Go check them out. I don't know what the prices are, but at least give the guy a look. And you guys have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Stay on your Tree Feller. I just got to hit end broadcast.
No worries.
Other than that, get your ass out there and shoot that target challenge. I want to see some videos. You got all month, so I'm really not trying to rush you, but I want to see you guys kick ass, take names, and see how fast we can do this in. And other than that, be safe.
Later.
Bye for now.